The government shutdown has nothing to do with Trump, by the way. It has to do with Democrats wanting tons of money for illegals. So no, your food stamp removals are not Trump's fault. Also, most of you need to get a job. I have just a couple things, a few thoughts. One, the government shutdown is because of Republicans. I will explain. Two, SNAP removal is because of Trump directly, and I will explain. And three, no, Democrats don't want tons of money for illegals. You know, that claim has been proven false repeatedly, but who cares? Keep spreading misinformation by all means. Federal law already prohibits undocumented immigrants from receiving benefits like food stamps or Social Security. The real money in our system is going to billionaires and massive corporations that pay little to nothing in taxes, while ordinary families, struggle to pay rent or, get groceries. The same families that need SNAP, by the way. Most people who have SNAP actually have jobs, but shockingly don't make enough to live in today's economy, so. Anyway, so the shutdown, let's break it down. It's shut down because of the Republicans. Imagine someone saying they're hungry and you give them a plate of food and there's pieces of shit in the food and the person's like, I'm not eating that. And you keep trying to serve it to them over and over and over again, every time filled with shit, just full of shit. You might say no to that. You might say no to that 14 times. Now, the person who rejected this food, they're not cooperating. Democrats aren't gonna pass this shitty bill. And it's been rejected as of today 14 times. 14! The Democrats are not just being stubborn for funsies. The Republicans are serving up a funding bill that, it's just hard to swallow. It's not a clean funding bill. Okay, I'll stop. It's got a ton of partisan shit sprinkled in there that we're just not going to put up with. Partisan shit that will affect our healthcare. For Americans, by the way. Legal Americans. A healthcare system that's already pretty bad, by the way. Pretty expensive. Democrats aren't going to budge on that, and you better be thankful for it. Republicans tied these funding bills to major cuts. In what? Healthcare and social programs. Funding we need for public health, for Americans. So get that shit out of the food, and then maybe it will pass, and maybe the government will be open. Oh, and about SNAP, that is directly tied to Trump and his administration, by the way. The government's been shut down before, and SNAP has been shielded. Not this time. Why? Trump and his administration chose to not protect SNAP funding during the shutdown. Now, that is a break from past practices, which, puts millions of Americans' food benefits at risk. So to people who say stuff like this, and to Caroline Levitt, who left that lovely voicemail on the White House comment line, I made a previous video about it. Yeah, she specifically said the Democrats shut down the government. And why? To fund healthcare for illegal immigrants. If this is you or your line of thinking, just rewatch what I just said, okay? And educate yourself. Maybe start with the Hatch Act, Caroline. Also, side note, if Republicans actually cared about working Americans, they would close corporate loopholes, tax the billionaires who, bankroll their campaigns, and they would stop holding the entire country hostage just to protect the richest people in it. The executive branch, the House, and the Supreme Court are all controlled by the Republicans. So when they try to blame the Democrats, it's hilarious.